Hi everybody, I'm Kathleen Byram, otherwise known as Kaffy the Dawnkey, the author of Conversations with Donkey, A Bipolar Journey. Today I'm going to read to you from Chapter 4, which is Snippets of Life. I remember Mrs. Morgan. I was sitting cross-legged on the floor with the other children. It was third grade, or fourth. It was English class. I was always great in English. I had our book out in front of me, and it was fascinating, and I was thumbing through it. I must have been bored, listening to a child trying to read or something like that. Out of the sky like a thunderbolt, I felt a hand grabbing my arm and snatching me up, pulling me up off the floor and dragging me across the room to another room, where she shut the door and gave me hell. When finished, she asked, not kindly, if I wanted to stay in there a bit. I said no and followed her back. Everyone was looking at me. Twerphead McGee, an alias, my nemesis, said with excitement, "I think she's going to cry," and that is all I remember of that. Twerphead McGee, his new name, was a little, you guessed it, twerphead, and tried to make my life miserable. One day my friend and I chased around a boy whose name escapes me now, trying to catch him so she could kiss him. I was puzzled as to why he was not interested in being kissed by my friend. He loudly called out that he was being chased in a fakey sort of voice about it, and I thought he was protesting too much. I do not remember how this went. The next day, it seems, I was at the swings, and some children surrounded me. Twerphead McGee was there. I called him a punk. Several children closed in on me, all calling me punk. I lay on the swing to swing back and forth, and Jay sat on my back. They howled with laughter. That is all I remember that day. The next day, I told some friends what happened, and they were angry. At recess, the crowd came up. Again. My crowd stepped up too. There was a tussle. I remember two girls, fingers locked over each other's hands, struggling with each other. This too I don't remember the rest of. It took me a long time to put two and two together and figure out they were trying to avenge their friend, who we playfully chased for a kiss. T. McGee was definitely a pill. One of my parents told me to wait until he was just about to do something bad to me, then yell out his name. So the next day we were standing in line, boys and girls, I think. He was across from me. It was winter and we were dressed for it. T took his black leather glove and slowly slowly removed one finger at a time, as he calmly prepared to slap me with it across the space between us. I watched with interest as he planned his heinous little act. I waited like a spider. Just as he pulled back and was about to strike, I yelled out his name, "Twerphead McGee!" And the teacher whirled around, and she caught him mid-slap. Ha! He was taken to the front of the line. I do not know what happened to him. It was in 5th grade that I stopped getting my nose rubbed in the carpet when I had to clean my room. This was because my father found out I needed glasses. I was failing math. I couldn't see the board. Something strange happened regarding that starting in 3rd grade, and I think that's where I will stop. And I will read to you some more in the next video. Thank you for listening.